Hi guys. So want to talk to you today about Ouija. Mysterious, isn't it? Okay. So I want to talk to you about how to use the Ouija, the proper ways to use it, the non-proper ways to use it, what it's for, how you can make your own. Okay, so I'll first start off with my Ouija experiences. I bought this Ouija board a couple years ago. I bought the Ouija board because of my connection to the spirit world. Ever since I was a young child, I would have what they call paranormal experiences. But for me, it's not supernatural, it's not paranormal, it's normal, it's all natural. It's just a matter of what vibrational level you are on and if you can connect to their vibrational level, see or hear things. So I never really saw things appear and manifest in the physical realm, but I did see actions from the things, whether it be items moving or electronics turning on, things sliding and moving. When I did see something, it was in a vision, or I was in a sleep-like state and having a kind of a bit of a confrontation with the spirits, or just, I don't know what you would call it. Maybe if it's friendly, joking around, or whatever it was, having a meeting with the spirit in that trance-like sleep state. Other than that, I would see them as a vision within my third eye, inner mind, not necessarily sleeping while I was awake. And also hear the spirits, hear the spirits' words and any messages that it has. Working with the Ouija board can actually help you connect to spirits more. But you have to be careful with the spirits that you are connecting to. There are several measures of protection that you should take before using a Ouija board. Okay, so let's start first where I said it can help you connect more with spirits because you open yourself to them. So you are part of the tool that the Ouija are part of the tool. So the Ouija board is just the extended tool of you. It just helps them to connect, talk to you a little bit more easier. But in essence, your energy is being used to move the planchette across the board, and your mind has to be cleared in order to receive the messages that the spirit is trying to send. Okay, so levels of protection. Burning a black candle with the Ouija board to help banish any negative energy. You can anoint that black candle with rosemary oil or some other protection oil. Burn a protective incense. And what you always want to do when you have your Ouija board is anoint your Ouija board with your sacred, consecrated, or holy oil, whatever you use. You would anoint the back of the Ouija board with a cross. You can anoint it or any other symbol that you take as protective, whether it be the pentacle, the ankh, whatever it is you use. Me, I kind of just did it diagonal from this end to that end so that it's all covered, and that was all with a holy oil. And before you use it, you also want to sage it. Run the sage across the Ouija board and run the sage across the planchette as well. And say a prayer. I usually take a moment to clear my mind and say a prayer before using the Ouija board. You ask that only the positive and the good spirits pass through. I particularly ask for my ancestors, not any random spirit, unless I am doing, some investigative spiritual work. But if I'm trying to get answers, about something, psychic answers to questions and things of that nature, then I ask for my ancestors and spirit guides to come through the board only. And so after you know, say your prayer and you sage it and you bless it with your holy oil. I've only blessed it with the holy oil once because this one is made from cardboard, so it just soaked into the material and it stayed there. If you have one that's wood or, you know, whatever other material that the oil might evaporate after a while, you might want to bless it, you know, every so often when you're using it. And so after you say the prayer, the way that you kind of get the energies moving on the Ouija board is you take your planchette and you move it across the board like this. Now this is a plastic planchette. It works, but I found that actually using a penny instead of the plastic planchette is better because penny is copper and it conducts electricity very well. So using the penny, and I just get a quicker response to that. You can actually make your own Ouija board by using cardboard, painting the numbers on it, decorating it in whatever way you like, and using a penny as the planchette. And it will work better if you make your own Ouija board because you have your own energy put into it, and then you can also focus on, you know, protection and safety and good messages and your ancestors coming through it, so you can make it so that it's specifically for your ancestors. But you still want to take measures of protection, just in case some other spirit in the spirit world hears your call through the Ouija board. Okay. So, and there are other rules to the Ouija board as well. If you're using it, and this is just for in general, if you're using the Ouija board and this happens, maybe a mischievous spirit comes through or you forgot to, you know, say your prayer for only your ancestors, or, you know, you'd want it to go to use it to do some investigative work. There are certain things that you should know. So if you're using the Ouija board and you have your planchette and the planchette flips on its back, that means that is a negative or evil spirit. You can continue to use the Ouija board if you don't feel that you're in any danger, but keep the planchette flipped on its back. Do not turn it back around. That's one of those rules. Another one is to not let the planchette go. To not let the planchette go from 1 to 0 and off the board, or 0 to 1 and off the board. If you do that, that means that the spirit is actually crossing out of the spirit realm and into your realm. And I once asked my spirit guide what would happen if that happened, and they said, no freedom for man, meaning a possession can occur. And that has happened. People have been possessed when using the Ouija board. So when the spirit talks to you, they cannot see this. They cannot see the Ouija board. They are in the spiritual realm, and from whatever way that they connect to you, they can hear you, and their words just go through the board. So in essence, really, it's your spirit hearing them and finding the words on the board to talk to them. That's really how it works. So, you know, just know that if it's moving across the numbers, something's happening, and they're trying to connect into the spiritual realm. Just don't let it go completely off one way or the other across the numbers. That's the planchette flipping. Yeah. I think that's two main rules that you should keep in mind when doing this. And always be respectful. Say hello, you greet, and you say goodbye. Don't just abruptly stop playing. Another thing I would do is not have any electronics around, because they can suck the energy or make the spirit weaker. Even having fluorescent lighting in the room, I usually just turn off all the lights and light a couple of candles. You light your black candle for protection, and you can light other candles to bring more energy to the spirit so that it can commune with you. I have a couple of Ouija board stories. Maybe I will tell them in another video, but save that's fun for later. Using the Ouija board, as I mentioned before, can help you develop your own spiritual psychicness So, one, by just opening you up more to the spirits and being able to hear what they have to say and feel them in that way, opening up that spiritual realm in your mind. And two, um, by by leading you to other forms of divination. When I first started out, I used the Ouija board, and it kind of opened up my intuition a bit to attuning with the spirits. Um, it opened me up in a way to where I can attune with the spirits and connect with the spirits by meditation and not having to use a Ouija board. But I only know what the spirit feels like and know what the spirit's words are because I used this first. For me, when I used it, I would hear the spirit talk and say something before they would write it out on the board. Now I know how to discern that voice from from whatever else voices in my head. Can tell the difference between the two. So then I went on from this and eventually developed into using other forms of divination, like the ward D, or be it like dream spells, or just you can connecting with my spirit guides and my ancestors through meditation, and them just being more open to me and me being more open to them. But it started out first here with me trusting and believing in them. I'm not saying that this has to be, the first step to that. You can do that on its own, but if you do have a Ouija and plan to use it, it can help you develop in that way. Yeah, so that's it for the Ouija for now. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Peace, love, and blessings.